Hello, hi. Hope you're okay. Hope you're doing good. I'll start by acknowledging that depression is real and there is a slow death that is taking place. People out here are going through difficult moments in life, especially at this particular time when we have encountered this financial difficulty. There is economic hardship that actually this is causing a lot of depression. And also is to remind you that without one courtesy call really helps a lot. You calling your friend, you calling your mother, you calling your close relatives really matters, because there's a slow death that is taking place. So you giving that person or the other person a call really matters a lot. Just call him or her, find out how he's doing, how he's faring. Just call and find out about your friend on the other side. Without forgetting, remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification channel as well. Today, I just want to talk about preparation and how God really prepares you for a better or a greater task ahead of your life. Preparation actually is something. Out of preparation we build greatness. So you were separated for you to become great. And I like using or defining greatness as a product that is generated or is created when you are separated. So how will I put it? I'll put it this way. Greatness is a product of separation preceded by preparation. So you were separated in order to be prepared. You were separated in order to be chisel shaped or molded by God for you to achieve a greater task that is ahead of you. Actually, the Bible says that God knows the end from the beginning. So he knows you better. He knows what you'll turn out to be. The way he knew that Joseph was going to become a prime minister in the future. Well, Joseph told his brothers about it, that there was a day they were going to worship him. They didn't believe it, and this really frustrated them. This really infuriated them, causing them to plan about killing him. So, all along, God had to separate him. God now brought that anger upon his brothers who formulated or orchestrated his death. And actually they did not kill him, because they threw him in the pit. After throwing him in the pit, his brother on the other side saw a caravan of Ishmaelites. The Ishmaelites bought Joseph as a slave. He was taken to Potiphar's house, where he worked also as a slave, and all of a sudden he's accused of something. He's sent in prison, and from the prison, that is when he rose to becoming a prime minister. So you can see how God really separated him. He just wanted him to be away from his brothers so that he can one day help save the Israelite community. Because when hunger strike, because God knew that one day there was going to be a great drought that was going to encroach the whole land, and the people from his community are going to die. So he was to be in Egypt at that particular time, interpret Potiphar's dream. Then he's put in charge of the food stock, or the stores that contain food. And when his brothers now come, the one that began the Israelite tribe will get something to eat, and they will come and dwell in Egypt at that particular time. And that is how we got the Israelites being or living in Egypt. And that is when also Moses was separated, for one day he was coming to rescue them or guide them out of Egypt. You can remember the story of Moses, when Moses killed that Egyptian, ran to the wilderness. Here in the wilderness, he was being prepared. Now God separated him. Joseph becoming a prime minister that is actually what I mean by great. He became great. He was worshipped. He was praised. And also Moses was separated. And when he came back to Egypt, he would perform miracles. So it was great. He was the one who helped part the Red Sea by God's order. He parted the Red Sea. So he was great. But before becoming great, he had to be separated. Jesus separated himself when he was about to be crucified. He separated himself from his disciples so that he can go somewhere and concentrate on his prayers. So being separated, you should not take that chance or that opportunity to beat yourself up, to grumble, to let yourself fall into depression. No. This is the time that actually you discover who God is. This is the time that actually you discover your gift. This is an opportunity to grow your gift. How do you find yourself separated? So you find yourself separated when you encounter different adversity in life. Losses, loss of a loved one, loss of that business venture, loss of your marriage, betrayal, hate, bitterness, resentment. So those create separation. So this is the time that now you discover more about yourself, you learn more about yourself, you learn to trust yourself. This is a time that actually is the best thing that can really happen to you. So for you to understand that you are being separated for greatness, just change the perception. If that someone broke your heart, if that person disappointed you or broke your expectation, just try and change the perception. Change that perception. He didn't break my heart. He helped me move from point A to point B. At that particular time when we were together, there was something that God was preventing me from. When I started that business, there are lessons that God wanted me to learn from that lesson. That failed business venture. When I was fired from that company, I was fired because I would get an opportunity to start my own job on the other side. I'll get my freedom, I'll get liberation when I start my own job. So that is how really things happen. So change the perception. Change the perception of what is really breaking you at that particular time. Don't incubate all those hurt. Don't incubate or fuel your resentment or your hurt or your painful moment. Just change your perception. Change your perception. Greatness is birthed when you accept to be separated. When you're being molded, you don't expect to feel nice. Molding is when now the loss. You have to accept that that person is dead. You have to accept that there is no more. I will never see that person again. How do I pick myself up from this hurt? How do I pick myself up from this loss? Loss of a loved one, loss of your mother, loss of your father, loss of your daughter, your son, your aunt, your uncle, someone that really, or someone that was so precious in your life. I think through this journey of life, you have lost something that is very precious. You've lost something that is very precious. But I'm here to tell you that it's okay. It's okay to feel devastated. It's okay to feel that hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help. Kazaya is here. Your friend, you can get a trusted friend on the other side. You can talk to. I'll be here to provide a listening ear. So when you're separated, just understand that is God's way of molding and chiseling you and preparing you for something better, something good, something better on the other side of your loss, of your pain. Thank you. It's Kazai again. Kazai once more. And till we meet again, have a good evening. Have a fantastic morning or fantastic afternoon. Till we meet again. Thank you.